Meet Lauren. She is one of over 200 graduates in UMUC's 2013 commencement ceremony. She graduates today with a bachelor's in psychology, but her aspirations take her in another direction.
My dream job would be an animator. I mean, for Disney, for DreamWorks, or even for a big video game company. I just love animation. I've always wanted to do it since I was young.
Like Lauren, many bright futures are ushered in with the ceremony. In all, more than 1,200 students are being honored, from 3 continents and 22 different countries. After the ceremony is complete, the university will have given more than 65,000 degrees since its inception in 1949. Fighter planes were grounded. The war was over, and the Air Force was a branch freshly separated from the Army. One of their first orders of business, all officers must have college degrees. Colonel William Bentley was one of the thousands in Europe who needed to go to college. His son, only 11 at the time, remembers.
He talked about it some at the dining room table, and even those who were what we call promoted for heroism in combat from enlisted to officer status were being separated from the service. And my father just felt that was wrong.
Bentley ciphered through the potential universities to bring overseas. He found UMUC shared the same enthusiasm for a new college program. The vision came to life when military officials at the Pentagon agreed. A U.S. college was now coming to the troops in Europe. Bentley's grandson explains.
You had the Air Force buy-in, if you will, and it took the Army buy-in at that point, and between the two, you had the support at the general officer level.
Colonel Bentley is credited for kickstarting the program in 1949, and he was actually the first graduate. Since, the UMUC commencements have been held every year right here in Heidelberg. But with the historic community closing down, this will be the last ceremony of its kind.
It makes it extremely special that we get to close the chapter with you all, the class of 2013.
It's emotional because with Heidelberg closing, people are now having to leave a piece of themselves behind. They're having to leave their home. It's really sad, but it's a new beginning.
To the future we walk. But for Lauren's family, it's hard not to look at the past. Because it was her great-grandfather that spark-plugged the program she graduates from today.
The fact that they held a ceremony to graduate my father here in 1951, and now to be back in 2013 for my granddaughter's graduation, it's just a moment I'll treasure.
He's just played such an important role in so many people's lives, and I kind of hope I'll be able to be there for people like he was.
The Bentley family and UMUC leave bits of their esteemed legacy in Heidelberg. But like many soldiers and civilians who have come through this community, we too are now part of its history. In Heidelberg, I'm Army Sergeant Jared Simpkins.